ओके विदु आगे चलो ठीक है ओके Good evening everyone. As per the session we'll be having the PPDT session which stands for picture perception and description test. In this you all will be shown a picture for a time period of 30 seconds. Post that you will be given 1 minute to write down the characteristics, the characters that you have observed in the picture and the action that is happening in the picture. You'll write about the gender of the character, age and the mood. M, F and P for denoting the gender, the age and the 0 for neutral, plus for positive, minus for negative. Okay, and then after that you'll be given 4 minutes to write the story around the picture. Please keep in mind you don't have to describe the picture, rather write a story around the picture. In the story you will be write what has led to the situation. अरे I'm audible now yaar. I'm really sorry my network is really fuzzy right now. Although I'm using a BSNL internet, I don't know why it is happening. Yeah, sure, Akshay, no issue. Okay. And in the story, you will have to write around what has led to the situation, what is happening in the picture, and what is the future outcome. Instructions are clear to all. Anybody, any doubt? Okay, chalo, cool. I'll be sharing the
No.
be sharing my screen. Just acknowledge when my screen is visible to all. Okay. Okay. You all have 30 seconds to observe the picture. Okay. All were able to observe the picture. All were able to observe the picture. Acknowledge fast.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now you have 1 minute to write down the characteristics and what is happening in the picture. Now you have 4 minutes to write down the story. Okay, the time is up. Kindly all of you upload the picture in the group. Okay, I'll be giving out chess numbers according to which all of you will go around narrating the story. Keep in mind you have to keep the narration cut to under 1 minute. Post that as the last person finishes. We'll start. I'll give the instructions for the GD and then we'll start the GD. Okay. And while you are narrating, the cameras has to be on for the person who is narrating. So first will be Abhideep. The chess numbers or the serial numbers that I am telling, just write the specific chess serial number in the group. Okay, yeah, good one. Second is Abhijit. Third is Ayush. Fourth is Mudit. Fifth is Nandini. Sixth is Pooja. Seventh is Satyam. Eighth is Vidhu. And I'll be the ninth, Prashant. Okay. So shall we start with Abhideep? Abhideep, are you ready? Okay, sorry. Everyone just take 2 minutes to go around the story, prepare your narration, and then you can start. Rajiv, 24, a school teacher in the Imphal district of Manipur, worked particularly for the upliftment of students from the backward areas. There was a connectivity issues between the city and their villages due to the river present between. He coordinated with the village members and started a ferry service on the village river route. He used to wake up early and made sure to go and receive the children himself, and he used to drop the children to the ferry himself. He continuously conveyed the he continuously conveyed the issue to the DM via the letters and also shared the photos and the stories on a daily basis on the Instagram. Soon, okay. So Abhideep, ready? Can we start? Okay. यार कितना चलो start.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Mike.
I have mic is on, sir.
Others, can you listen him?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. मेरा तो यार म्यूट कर दिया था, सॉरी भाई. चलो प्लीज स्टार्ट.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I have perceived two characters, both male, one in positive mood and one in neutral mood. One is around 22 to 25 years old, and one is around 45 to 50 years old man. So Ram is our main character who is a good rafter. In evening, he was rafting to practice his rafting routine. While rafting, he saw a person drowning in the river in Rishikesh, uh, and then he went to him as quick as possible and put him in his raft. After that, he went near shore and gave basic medical therapy uh, which is needed, and admitted the person in the hospital. After getting to hospital, the person felt comfortable and was feeling comfortable now. After the man was saved, the family of the man thanked Ram, and Ram is very happy now to help the man. Thank you.
Next.
Gentlemen, from the picture shown to us, I have perceived two characters, both male, and both are in negative mood, and both are in the age group of 18 to 20. And the central character of my story is Ram, and the action of my story is sailing out of the storm. Ram and Ravi were two fishermen who lived beside the coastal area of Kerala village. So they both went for fishing without knowing the weather conditions. Uh, so Ram, being the most experienced, managed to get out of the storm. Uh, then after coming out of the storm, he made sure that his the other fisherman was doing well. Then he informed the other villagers about the situation, and also informed the other nearby villages to stay aware of the condition.
Next.
Gentlemen, I had perceived two characters from the given picture. That's Atul and Ravi. Age is around 21 and mood is positive. The action of my story is rescuing the boat in the thunderstorm. Atul and Ravi are the local villagers who lives in the coast areas. The main occupation of them was fishing as well as the tourist boating. One day when they were in the sea for the fishing, they saw a thunderstorm arriving towards them. They decided to come back to the home. But when they were coming back, they saw a boat who was out of control by the owner. So they decided to rescue the boat. So they rushed towards the boat and provided the needed help and rescue the owner with the owner. They come back. They come back with the home. Thank you.
Next.
From the picture shown, I perceive two characters. Both are male, of age group 22 to 25, and both are in neutral mood. The action of my story is testing of a boat. Ajay is a marine architect by profession, has designed a boat for fishermen, and to test his project, he had gone for fishing with one of his known fishermen. In between the sea, due to the extreme tides all of the sudden, the water started pouring into the boat. At that moment, Ajay told the fisherman to pour the water out from with the help of a motor, and Ajay himself uses the Seahawks to have the boat away from the rapids. In this way, they were successfully able to take the boat to the seashore, and in this way, they tested the boat with their stability. Thank you.
Next.
Good evening, everyone. I've received. Sorry, sir. My Good evening, everyone. I perceive two characters in my story in the age group of 18 to 19 years. The action of my story is going on a boating with the friends. Sohan, age of 18, has went on with his friends for a friends reunion after his plus two examinations. They went for the boating. They further took 2 weeks of training prior to the prior when they did the boating by themselves. They learned how to row. They exercised their arm muscles. They learned the life saving techniques. Also, they went on to local places and explored the culture. When they finally had to row by themselves, uh, they considering the good amount of training they had, they were easily be able to row despite the heavy flow of water. After 2 weeks with the friends, they made a lot of good memories to be cherished for the lifetime.
Next.
I have perceived two characters from this picture. Both are male. One is 24-year and another is 35-year. One is positive mood, another person is neutral mood. Due to heavy rains in near Dishpur's area, the some of the in some of the area water are flooded in residential area. Suman, who is a soldier of a state rifle, he is going for to inspection this area, and suddenly he saw some of muddy water come through the area, and a man who is trying to walk by the road, the muddy water, he is stuck in muddy water, and he suddenly Suman saw this, and he jumped into the muddy water and saved the man from the muddy water, who is can't stand in the muddy water because of his age. And after that he saved his life, and through this courageous behavior he saved some more person. Thank you.
Next.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have perceived two characters from the picture. Both are male, aged between 20 to 22, and both are in a positive mood. Rajesh and Purvesh were in the last semester of their computer science engineering, so they thought that they should make a trip with their college friends before passing out. Therefore, they all convinced their college friends and made the suitable arrangements for the trip, and they decided to go to Himachal Pradesh. Then they all with their friends went to Himachal Pradesh, did the sightseeing, understood the culture of the local people, and they also tried the new and adventurous sport of rafting. They both enjoyed the sport very much, and later they all collected a very special bunch of memories with them. And afterwards, they reached their home safely. Thank you.
Next.
Good evening, all. In the given picture, I have perceived two male characters, aged 24, in a positive mood. Sam and Harry are two childhood friends who stay in Goa. They both have opened a small sea sporting business. One day, while instructing some tourists, they heard some people cry for help. They saw their boat drowning in the sea. Without wasting any time, they set out to help them. They rode through the harsh waters, and when they reached near them, they threw extra life jackets to them to help them float. They both got the people out and laid them down. They tilted their heads sideways to allow the water to flow through their nose and mouth. Along with this, they also pressed their stomach to get more water out. As soon as they gained some consciousness, they took by. Thank you.
Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I perceive two characters, age 24, mood positive. Action is crossing the river. Rajiv, 24, who is a teacher in the Imphal district of Manipur, is passionate about teaching the backward area students. He has worked particularly for connecting the backward area students to the main city. He had coordinated with the city village people and started a ferry service between the city and the backward area. He also continuously coordinated with the DM in order to raise the issues about this. He used to make sure to receive the children in the morning and drop the children after the school in the same ferry. He also posted the stories of these students and the conditions that they were facing on Instagram, and soon the story got a limelight, and the district took action to start an official ferry service that was way safer and better for these students. Thank you. Okay. Okay, so now we'll be having the group discussion for the PPDT. In this, the agenda is to come to a common story. Not everybody need not to come to a common story, but what most of us conclude. Is it clear? Okay. At the end, we'll be nominating one person to give out the final group stories. Instructions are clear to all?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just a second. Sorry.
Gentlemen, we all have
अरे
pursued
अरे 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 अभी पता है तेरे को फील्ड में ना फायरिंग कराता है ना, तो जो सबसे पहले गोली चलाता है ना, या तो बहुत अच्छा होता है या तो सबसे गधा होता है। ठीक है, तो देख के अभी स्टार्ट बोल ही नहीं। ओके, यू ऑल मे स्टार्ट नाउ।
Okay, gentlemen.
Gentlemen, from the picture, we can clearly observe that there were two characters. We can see two characters. Both are in a hurry or in a serious mode. And one of the character are using Seahawks to take the boat out of the rapids, or because of thunderstorm, or because of high tides. So we can consider that it can be a sports activity, sea sports activity, or it can be a
Well, adding
challenging.
to Mudit's point, we can see that the person is in a formal cloth, is wearing a hat and more of a formal cloth. So we cannot say that he is particularly into sports, but someone who has come for a leisure activity. For example, someone from the college, a student, a group of students who had
I
come from
totally
the.
agree with that point that yes, we could do it for college reunion or a friends reunion, that we are going for fun, and adding a training point would enhance our story, that how they trained before going for a boating, because this is a very risky. So we could
Okay,
say
so
that they learned how to.
Improvising to
all the
Nandini's
points.
point, I think that we can mention that they are from a certain group, or they are from certain club who are interested in rafting, and
Okay, so
also
combining
they
all
are
the points, we can make this a story around the college group who has just completed the college exams
But
and have chosen to
but
undergo
one
a
of the person,
rafting program
I
in
totally agree
Rishikesh.
with you,
They go
Prashant,
for
but
a
one of the
14-day
person who is
rafting
not
program for
in
the
a
students.
civil dress.
As we have discussed the theme, I would like to add more actions. Like we can add, like the instructor
We
of
can
the
see
boat has
that
also told the students how to properly
who is
use the
not
Seahawks
wearing a
in
civil
case of
dress,
any
We
emergency,
also add
and
a
how
pause
to
while
use
we are
the.
rowing, not only
we can
just for
also
fun, but we
add a
could
point that
also
the main character of
feel
the
it
story
for
is a
some
professional rafter,
answer
and
funds,
he
or
had
for
taken his friend
helping
to
some poor
for the
children, or and
Satyam, you
all.
said right. You
Along with
said
the
right, but thing
rafting,
is that
we can
we
make it
saw
a
that one of the person.
along with the rafting, we can make it a story around the adventure camp that is being hosted by the NDRF, so that the person who is not in the civil clause is the
We
NDRF
can
person
see
who
clearly
is
that a person who is not wearing a civil uniform, he is in uniform. So we can see that he help the person from rescue the person, another person.
so we can
Or we can
combine
also add
the
like that.
side from the
Yeah,
puja.
most of the time we see that boat instructors wear this type of dress, so we can consider the character as a
Let's go on
instructor,
and
and he
combine
is
all the
guiding the
points. Like
students to use.
we can
we
also
can take Pooja's
combine
point
both
that
the things,
he
that
is the
initially
person who is
they
from
were
the
Another
just
NDRF.
point
acting as a
like
part of
NDRF
NDRF, but
who's
later one of the
helping
candidates
another
fell
person from rescue
Exactly.
and
the
then some
like
of the people
flooded
from those
area.
camp went here to rescue him.
Okay, let's go on and add the points. Like he's an NDRF person who is hosting an adventure camp for the college students who have just come out, and this is a 14-day adventure camp. And let's go on and how the students went on to plan this adventure camp around it in the
Adding to
Rishikesh.
Prashant's point, we can add like that in this camp, the NDRF person also means given time, because so that common people can know about how to rescue the in times of bad situation like flood,
Yeah, we
or
can
we can
add
also
small points
Can I
like
like
how to use
rescuing
the
plus how to
life-saving
give the basic
jackets
first
in the
aids
particular
also?
time. and
Okay.
how to use the Seahawks
I
Yes,
agree
properly.
We can
with
and
These
in
are
also
this
the
add the point
points
program,
we
that
can
what
add.
will be the
initial 2 to 3 days
mainstay
they got
not
the
only
theoretical
at
knowledge of
the
the particular thing,
platform
and now
areas
it
but
was the
also
time to
at the home
practically
would be a good
do it.
plan.
exactly adding to Satyam and Vidu's point. The theoretical classes were held, then also the medical classes were held, and they were given the practice on a dummy, and then they were taken out in the river to practice the rafting and the skills.
And they were, we can
Yeah,
add like that, adding to Prashant's point, we can also add like that after means that saving the person, what they can do, basic means medical therapy, what they can give, because NDRF also does that.
So
yeah.
basically, we
Satyam
can
has
add the point that
included that the instructor will be training that how to give CPR in case of any medical emergency. So we can add in the Satyam's point.
Yes,
Yes,
I
This
want
yes.
point.
to say that
Yeah, I agree to
guys
Murli.
were so influenced with the NDRF team, and so they are looking forward
we can
to
also add the location of their
the
camp.
NDRF.
Well, the location we
Yeah, we
have
can choose
decided
any
it
of the
is
location.
the
We can go
We
with
Rishikesh.
are able to see rapids and in the picture, so we
Exa-
can
We
most
can go
probably
with
use the
Rishikesh
location of Rishikesh
since
or
it is
Yes,
really famous for the
similar
rafting.
location.
Not
Rishikesh is
only
famous.
northeastern sides. We can add the sides of northeastern because Assam is always flooded during the monsoon season.
Well, we can see that there were
Yeah,
But
also
if it's a
mountains behind
reunion
it, and
happening, so we
Rishikesh is
can
Yeah.
keep
quite
it as
known for
Rishikesh
the
only.
hills also. So
yeah,
Rishikesh is also a good location for that, right? And
yeah. It will be most appropriate location in
okay,
this
after
case.
the training camp, we can also go around and that NDRF man conducted a simulation of tests for each of the group so that they can go around and get a certificate after clearing the simulation.
But
Yes.
NDRF men
Oh,
can wear this kind of cap. You really think?
The
yeah.
other
It is not that particular that they can wear or they can't wear. We can assume that they can wear.
okay.
And we can, it is a training camp. It is a training camp, so we can assume like that he's training, he's giving training to people.
So I think now we should
Yes.
discuss that what they do after the training, that what happens when they actually row in the water.
Okay.
So despite maybe the heavy flow of water, they are able to row because of the good social program they conducted.
Okay, so in adding to Nandini's point, in order to gain the arm strength for this, they also started doing the physical activities like working out with the bricks in the morning to gain the forearm strength that helped them to row better while in the raft.
Yes, yes,
Also,
I
the
agree to Prashant.
youths of the state or the area, they will teach them how to do this. It will
Adding,
increase the social.
adding to the point, as we had all decided that training, they are doing the training. So after that training is over, we can go with the camp is held in which all have to perform for the river rafting.
Exactly, a kind of competition between the groups, so that it is a fun activity as well as they get to learn also the basics of
Okay,
the
now
rescue
we
and
have to come a
okay.
conclusion.
Yes, I think
That
we have
someone
included most of the actions, so we have come to the. We should come to the conclusion.
conclusion.
Okay, so
Yes,
Yes.
I agree with
let's
Murli.
let's go on and nominate one person to give out the final group consensus.
Nandini, or if Nandini.
Yes, I agree with you, Pooja. We can go
Yeah,
with the
I would
Nandini.
also suggest that Nandini should give the final conclusion.
Okay,
Yes, yes, I
Yes.
agree with all
okay,
of us.
okay, Nandini, please give the final group story.
Thank you, group, for nominating me. The our story goes like this. There is a awareness camp held by the NDRF for awareing the people about how to be safe and learn how to row. They took a 2 weeks training in which they exercised their arm muscles, learned how to use the flow of water and also the life-saving techniques. The training went well, and on the day they had to row, there was a competition organized to add a competitive feeling to this to the competition to the rowing they had. They had a lot of fun, and the program was considered to be a success.
Nice. Anybody who wants to add something to the final story?
Sir, we can add like they got influenced from the training, and they told some other guys from their college and community or their society that to join the NDRF or to get uh,
Okay, so I believe
their agent.
that's something like after the story. So I believe the final story was okay. Okay, so now we'll
And
be
Yeah, that
I
would be
think
a good point to add a value point to our story that would enhance it.
Yeah, exactly. Bideep, you were saying something?
I think one point can be added or may not be added, like that for the safety of the means students. About 2 3 swimmers were means there at the camp
Rather than
for any
swimmers,
something.
since NDRF itself is more of a search and rescue unit, so I guess they will be having the proper equipment for the people in order to rescue people in any such situation, right? Okay.
Yes, yes.
So if we have
Yeah, yeah, they will
mentioned,
be
It
having
would be
trained
the
professionals
theoretical
in
and
the
the
team.
basic first aid classes that were given to them during the training session.
that was added actually. Okay. Okay. So now we'll go around and give the feedbacks to each other. Okay. Let's start with Abhideep. Everyone, all the feedbacks that you have, anybody who has feedback for Abhideep, kindly give him. Please, Satyam.
Actually, I have a positive feedback for Abhijit that his tone has improved a lot from the past few days, and also his pace was means well desired. He had a well desired pace today of speaking, so his words are more clear than last sessions.
Okay. What about his face?
Yeah, actually, one thing is that again and again he was clearly we were able to clearly see that he was memorizing the story and looking upward, so that could be avoided.
Right. Okay. Anybody else? Okay, okay. I'll just tell them. Your timing was 1 minute 13 seconds, Abhideep. Okay. First of all, exactly what Satyam said is right. You have improved on the part that you are able to give out a story just like not around beating the bush. Okay. You give a proper story thoda sa, but it can be a lot better also. Okay. First of all, stop making those faces. ठीक है तू तेरे को मैंने कितनी बार बोला है कि just sit in front of a camera or a mirror and practice. ठीक है I don't think so you practice other than the sessions. ठीक है after the sessions I ask you like at least give out a narration in the camera and see yourself. ठीक है कैसा तू कर रहा है तो you will get better. Okay. बस इतना है और थोड़ा सा अपना जो नरेशन है और कट शॉर्ट का इट्स 1 minute 13 seconds you can do lot better. ठीक है सत्यम ने बोला इज एग्जैक्टली राइट योर टोन हैज इम्प्रूव्ड अ लॉट. ठीक है सुन रहा है.
Thank you, sir. Listening, sir.
काला जादू कर रहा है क्या मेरे पे. ओके चलो अभिजीत.
सर काला पहना भी है,
अरे
काला पहना भी.
ठीक है हो गया चलो अभिजीत. ओके अभिजीत. अरे कहाँ गया अभिजीत.
Yes, sir.
अरे फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यार यू वर्क ऑन योर ऑडियो डिवाइस. ओके वी कैन बेयरली हियर यू.
Okay, sir. I will remove this Bluetooth from next time.
ठीक है because although your story I don't know what your story was like but I could barely hear anything. If anybody else could hear him just give him a feedback please.
I think Abhijit should have added more points in this particular discussion because, as I can see from his picture, he has a past experience of river rafting as he is
Yes,
wearing
I
the
think
life
my
jacket.
story was not
That's
about
more of
river
a
rafting.
boating actually.
Yeah,
He's doing boating I guess. River rafting में बिना हेलमेट के नहीं बैठने देते वो लोग.
yeah, right, right.
Right. Okay ठीक है. आयुष. आयुष.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I think I should taken the part in more part in the GD section mostly.
Okay. And what do you think about your narration?
Somewhat lacking in narration means in this I was taking a pause and repeating lines, the same mistake I had done in the past.
Right. So what you can do is same thing as Abhideep. ठीक है देख पता है issues with you and Abhideep are quite similar. The only difference is Abhideep is more on the like he is a carefree person. Okay, but when I see you, you seem a very serious person while giving out a story. ठीक है thing is he can improve. ठीक है even you can improve but वो जो एकदम serious आता है ना tone तेरी स्टोरी में और तेरी शक्ल पे ना वो थोड़ा आई डोंट से दैट्स अ बैड थिंग बट it can be a little better if you can just present a very happy face, while not very happy, just a neutral face भी ऐसे. ठीक है.
Sure, sir.
ठीक है. तेरे को देख के मेरे को सच्ची लगता है कि मैंने तेरे मत्थे पे ना एक बंदूक चढ़ा रखी है और मैंने बोल दिया चल बोल अब.
नहीं नहीं.
ठीक है.
Uh,
You have
yeah, I
such a
will take her.
you have such a powerful voice. तू अगर बोलना स्टार्ट करे ना अच्छे से सबकी यहाँ पे बोलती बंद हो जाए तो just harness that strength that you have. ठीक है आयुष.
Yes.
ओके. बाकी मुदित.
Yes, sir.
ओके हाँ बता. What do you think? How was your performance? ये आयुष your
Mm,
time was 1 minute. Okay. Cut short it. Under 50. Okay. चल ठीक है मुदित.
So, according to me, this time I had a major flaws in the fumbleness in narration part, and in GD part, I have taken part in appropriate time. That I feel that.
Okay. Mudit, you are I guess a repeater.
Yes, yes.
Okay. तेरा इंटरव्यू आया क्या अभी?
नहीं नहीं मेरा
तेरा.
इंटरव्यू.
Okay ठीक है cool. How many SSBs?
Still till now 6. I have attempted 6 SSBs.
Conferences?
So 1 conference and 5 consecutive screenouts.
Okay. Why do you think you are getting screened out?
There were different reasons in different attempts. Like at starting, there were 2 screenouts because I was not aware, because I have given that in at 12th basis, and after graduation I have given 4 attempts. Sorry, three attempts, and in those somewhere I was lacking in OIR, and somewhere I was lacking in GD part,
Mm-hmm.
and I had an interview day after tomorrow.
Interview day after tomorrow मतलब?
It means I have my TGC SSB day after tomorrow in Allahabad.
You have your TGC interview day after tomorrow.
Yeah,
Like you have
yeah,
to report day after tomorrow, right?
yeah, yeah, right.
Where is it? Allahabad.
Allahabad.
बहुत जल्दी नहीं आ गया तू यहाँ पे?
नहीं, मैं दूसरी टाइमलाइंस पे ज्वाइन कर रहा था, हंटर ग्रुप पे और ब्रावो में.
चलो ठीक है cool. कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. बढ़िया. Okay, so I'll just tell you a basic thing. You started really good while doing the narration. ठीक है. Your your theme was also good. Testing out a boat for the this fishermen's was good. ठीक है. तो
Okay.
in between the story you got a little bit deviated from your actual story. ठीक है. You made your theme that he's a marine engineer and he's a making a boat for the fishermen's. Okay. फिर you went made it through that कि थे storm में गया इसको बचाया फिर आया तो पानी भर गया ये वो. ठीक है. ठीक है. But your agenda has to be how he improves the boat. तुमने जो अपना स्टार्टिंग में टास्क या फिर थीम रखा है ना एंड में वो कंप्लीट भी होना चाहिए. डोंट लीव द स्टोरी एट हाफ कि जो रिक्वायर्ड तुम्हारा थीम है या फिर टास्क है वो कंप्लीट ही नहीं हुआ है. ठीक है. ठीक है. फॉर एग्जांपल यू स्टार्टेड आउट विथ मरीन इंजीनियर है बोट टेस्ट करनी है बट फिर तुमने क्या किया कि पानी भरने लगा देन यू सडनली ब्राउट आउट अ मोटर. Do you think like in a hand boat there will be a motor that will be working to like get the water out? Logically that's
So I also thought that some of you will confuse that I use the motor for motorboat, but that point I used for the pumping out the water which was inside the boat
exactly. So and how
with
like
the help of motor.
do you think that like these kinds of boat have this pumping mechanism?
I should
Even
I
the
should have told that more elaborately. But
or you could have just said they flushed out the water with a bucket,
yeah, I should have told this.
right? You can have done
Yeah,
that. So ये जो logically होता है ना ये सब थोड़ा भी देख के चलो. And also like when you started ना you started really good but फिर जात में जाके you started getting stuck, right?
right.
तो वो चीज़ वर्क ऑन दैट. जो स्टार्टिंग में तेरा कॉन्फिडेंस और एनर्जी था ना जस्ट मेंटेन इट थ्रू आउट द नरेशन. Your narration time was okay.
Sure.
You completed in 55 seconds. That was okay. Just keep maintain the that tone and loudness. Just maintain that. Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Next नंदित. हाँ अभिदीप कुछ बोल रहा था यार.
वो नहीं सर, मैं वही बोल रहा था कि जो आपने कहा कह रहे थे कि मतलब कि सर भैया ने बहुत अच्छा स्टार्ट किया, लेकिन बीच में जब लास्ट में थोड़ा सा डिस्क्राइब करने लगे कि मतलब ऐसा पानी निकाल रहा है, मतलब एक टाइप का पिक्चर से तो मतलब डिस्क्राइब करने लगे थोड़ा सा।
तो उसका एक्शन ही तो था वो।
हाँ मतलब आपने मतलब बोला ना कि ज्यादा मतलब नहीं करने की डिस्क्राइब, मतलब कि वो बोले पानी निकाला, फिर पानी निकाल निकाल के फिर बचाया, फिर वही आप जो आपने कहा, वो जो आपने कहा।
नहीं नहीं, they see there is a difference between describing the picture and describing your actions. ठीक है, वो कंफ्यूज मत कर अभिदीप.
ओके सर।
See, describing a picture would be that the boat is made of wooden. It has a hole on the right side. It has a hole on the port side. There's a bucket on that, and we are using this bucket to flush out the water. Action कितना हुआ इसमें?
ज्यादा नहीं हुआ।
एक action हुआ. We are using it to flush out the water, and the other 3 points are the description of the boat. ठीक है, तो he gave out, what he told was the action. He was describing the action. That is not wrong. What I'm talking about is logically जो उसने किया कहा ना कि एक हैंड बोट में तेरी मोटर कहाँ से आ गई. Even the speed boat they don't have a motor to flush out the water. ठीक है, तो वो बस उसको बोला था. ठीक है. ओके.
क्लियर क्लियर।
या नंदिनी,
Yes, sir.
like can you give me a brief about how many SSBs you have been to? I guess 2 conferences.
Yes, sir. I had my first attempt NDA 150 and the second NDA 151. Yes, two conferences. First recommended, second conference out.
Okay, so what happened in the first, like after the first one?
Merit out.
Merit out. Okay, cool. When is your next SSB?
It would be of Navy Tech in September, 21st September.
Okay, ठीक है. So I guess you been now know what you have to do. Like since you are like going after the 12th, you have a huge scope that you can make a bunch of errors, but don't work on those errors. Okay, don't take it for granted कि okay the error है तो चलेगा मेरे को, because eventually it is gonna hurt you in the merit list.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. So that's so, like, your story was okay, I believe. First of all, the theme was good. Okay, you brought out the narration pretty good. You ended up in 54 seconds also. Okay, logically it could have been little better in terms of when you said na ki you started out with like they are the ones who are the 12th pass and they went out for a leisure, they went out for a leisure swimming, this boating, and then you changed it into a like training camp, and they went around and this did this sightseeing, and culturally they started training and all that. Understood? So there is a difference between leisure activity and then training for that, like particularly training for that camp. है ना?
I actually took the reference from Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara, that if you are doing something risky, you should be trained for it before. So that was not a perfect training that you are going to be a soldier or something, but training that is better for you.
Okay, I got it. So what you could have done better is you could have what led to the situation. You could have elaborated it little better. In terms, you said like the students after their 12th exam, they chose to go for a leisure boating activity or rafting activity. Okay, even if you, I don't know if you have gone for rafting on it, it just takes 5 minutes to explain the basics of the rafting. Okay, so just tell them कि they chose to attend a 14-day camp about the raft details of rafting or adventure sports rafting. Okay, just a little change in the wording and your story would be better. Okay, understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, great.
So was
Next.
I audible in the group discussion?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I was
Yeah, you
okay.
were audible. Like your points were taken also, and you presented out well while giving out your points in the GD also. So you were audible, no issues. Take next.
Okay.
Pooja. Pooja, are you there, Pooja?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, yes.
ठीक है. How do you think you did?
Not
Let's
well.
like
In group discussion.
okay. What do you think about the GD? Sorry, the narration.
The narration was quite good for me, but in GD it's not good.
Okay, ठीक है, ठीक है. The thing is, your narration could have been a lot better. First of all, you exceeded your time limit. It was 1 minute 8 seconds. You have to end around 50. ठीक है, aim for going around 50. ठीक है, and you start who could have been a little more energetic. ठीक है, you
Okay.
your story was around that muddy water rescue and system. Is it is okay. The story is okay. If you can lead it better, the story is okay. ठीक है, but like you started on a low note and in between you started to like got stuck. ठीक है, and you were like thinking and all that. So you can improve a lot on that, right? And if you don't get stuck in between, so eventually your time will also reduce. Like around 55 second, it will come under the 55-second time limit.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Plus use it or in a more present it in a more storytelling way. For example, you are basically working on telling a story about a rescue, so you can take deep pauses and all that. Okay, narration can be
O-
better. All okay.
Okay.
talking
Okay.
about your
Sure.
talking about your GD. क्या हो गया अनुराग?
Nothing so. It was a mistake.
तेरे हाथ काटने पड़ेंगे शायद. ठीक है, ओके. तो टॉकिंग अबाउट योर जीडी. ठीक है, if you have a point, for example your point was the guy who was there in the who was not in the civil dress. ठीक है, your guy he was not in the civil dress. Okay, ठीक है, you made a point. ठीक है, don't just make a point, add a value to the story as well. For example,
Okay.
ठीक है, you pointed out it correctly. Okay, ठीक है, you found that one of the guy he was not in the civil dress, he was more in the military attire or any kind of uniform attire. Okay, got it. But how are you putting value to the story? You just it's like there are 10 painters and you have to paint a canvas. You are just telling out the defects कि यहाँ ये नहीं है, यहाँ ये नहीं है. Okay, you also have to add something to the story, right? So if you can go see that there's a guy who's not in the civils but rather in uniform, make it a story around somebody who's in military or like that. Okay, tell them that, like for example, when the discussion started, the story went around that it is a college trip and all that. So you could have make it added a points, but see friends, we saw that one of the guy he's not in the civil dress, he's rather in a military uniform. So we can take our lead instructor who is a ex-army or a NDRF guy who's heading the camp and like teaching these kids. Okay, am I
Understand.
understood? Like for example, you like went around 2-3 times telling out this detail. Everyone was able to listen you in those 2-3 times. But once if you pointed out the fallacy in the second or third time, add it, use it to make the story better.
Okay.
Okay. And second point, like for example, when we were deciding the place, all that, don't go around and fighting this around these puny stuff. ठीक है कि ऋषिकेश था, गोवा था, ये था, कुछ नहीं. Don't go around like उससे कोई वैल्यू नहीं ऐड हो रही होती इतनी, unless until it is a very like different situation. For example, we were talking about an outdoor location only na. So
Hmm.
on a bigger level, the picture has to match. Like it is an outdoor location. It would have been way more wrong if everyone is telling that no, it is an indoor situation, and you are the one who was able to point it out. Ki, no, no, it is outdoors. Then it would have been really good. ठीक है, बट जस्ट ऑन पॉइंट गोइंग ऑन एंड पॉइंट अराउंड लाइक नहीं गोवा है, ऋषिकेश है, भाई पहाड़ पहाड़ है, रिवर रिवर है, राफ्ट अपने को चलानी है. ठीक है, तो डोंट गो अराउंड लाइक स्मॉल, इतना ज़्यादा स्मॉल नहीं, जस्ट बिगर पिक्चर पे अपने को फोकस करना है. अंडरस्टूड?
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
सत्यम,
Yes, sir.
सेक्सी बॉय.
Sir, I thought that theme थोड़ा और अच्छा हो सकता था.
क्या बनाया था तूने थीम? मैंने तो थीम सुना ही नहीं, मैं तो नरेशन सुन के मैंने कहा भाई ये तो बहुत
बेसिक
बढ़िया.
थीम था सर वो कि मस्त वो कॉलेज फ्रेंड्स थे, उन्होंने सोचा कि पासिंग आउट से पहले हम एक ट्रिप प्लान करेंगे और उन्होंने सक्सेसफुली ट्रिप अपना प्लान किया और जो दो मेन कैरेक्टर थे उन्होंने पूरा अरेंजमेंट्स किए थे और उन्होंने अपने फ्रेंड्स को कन्विंस करके एक अच्छा सा ट्रिप उन्होंने प्रिपेयर किया.
तो क्या दिक्कत है इसमें?
दिक्कत तो नहीं है लेकिन और अच्छा कर सकता था।
क्या
कि
अच्छा, मतलब कि भाई देख, इफ यू आर
नहीं,
डूइंग।
मुझे जैसा मतलब
हम्म।
वो वो मुनीत भैया का थीम था, वो भी बहुत अच्छा था। फिर वो नंदनी का थीम, तो
न,
मतलब भले ही वो नरेट नहीं कर पाए अच्छे से, लेकिन मुनीत भैया, लेकिन उनका जो बेसिक आइडिया था वो मुझे लगा कि मैं थोड़ा बहुत ही बेसिक लेवल का थीम था मेरा खुद
अरे
का।
तो क्या हो गया, बेसिक लेवल का थीम था, हो गया तो यू वर एटलीस्ट एबल टू परसीव द पिक्चर प्रॉपरली। द पॉइंट इज,
हम्म।
पिक्चर अच्छे से परसीव की, यू पुट आउट ए लॉजिकल स्टोरी, तो उसमें क्या गलत है? लॉजिकल स्टोरी डाला ना तूने।
हाँ।
तूने यू
हाँ।
डिडंट पुट आउट की नहीं ठीक है, दे आर कॉलेज स्टूडेंट, दे आर गोइंग फॉर फार्मूला 1 रेसिंग।
हम्म।
नहीं ना, तो भाई बेसिक स्टोरी बनाई, नो इश्यूज। कोई तुमको नहीं कह रहा कि नहीं भाई, दे स्टार्टेड आउट लाइक बोट सर्विस, और बोट सर्विस में दे स्टार्टेड दिस भारत जोड़ो यात्रा, उसी में स्टार्ट कर दी अपनी पूरी, पूरा भारत उन्होंने रिवर से ही पूरा जोड़ डाला, और पूरा मतलब फेमस हो गए भाई, आज तो मतलब उनके नाम के नोट छप रहे हैं। तो ये
ओके ओके,
कोई,
हाँ।
इफ यू आर डूइंग गुड, लाइक नो दैट यू आर डूइंग गुड, देयर इज नो नीड टू बी हम्बल इन दिस वे कि नहीं भाई ये भी कर सकते थे कम, और अच्छा किया तूने। ठीक है, द ओनली रिमार्क दैट आई हैव रिटन ओवर इज सेक्सी, बढ़िया, योर नरेशन वाज गुड, यू प्रेजेंटेड गुड इन द जीडी आल्सो, यू आर एबल टू कंबाइन दोस पॉइंट्स, अच्छा किया। यू
थैंक यू, थैंक
फिनिश इन 40 सेकेंड्स। ठीक है, थोड़ा और एक्शन अगर डालना चाहता हो तो डाल सकते, बट आई थिंक इट वाज
यू।
ओके। ठीक है, कोई नहीं, योर नरेशन वाज आल्सो कट शॉर्ट, बढ़िया था।
थैंक यू।
कोई उसमें इशू नहीं था। ठीक है, विदु,
Yes, sir.
रियली गुड इन द जीडी, एटलीस्ट तूने बोलना स्टार्ट कर दिया है। आई होप यू डू द सेम इन द एसएसबी ऑल्सो, क्योंकि तेरे को
Yes,
वहाँ
sir.
पे एसएसबी में एक्लेमेटाइज करने को नहीं मिलेगा कि नहीं ठीक है मैं पहले 2-3 हफ्ता वहाँ पे देख लूँ थी लोग कैसे, फिर बोलूँगी, तो यू वोंट गेट दैट टाइम। ठीक है,
Yes.
तो ओनली थिंग यू कैड हैव डन बेटर इन द नरेशन इज, थोड़ा सा मोनोटोनस चला गया थोड़ा, ठीक है, थोड़ा लाउड और ऐसे थोड़ा नरेशन
Okay.
बेटर कर ले। ठीक है,
Yes.
अदरवाइज इट वाज ओके, 48 seconds में यू फिनिश्ड। ठीक है, द स्टोरी वाज अराउंड व्हाट, रशिया था,
Rescuing.
कोई ना, बढ़िया था, गुड वन। हाँ, फीडबैक फॉर मी जल्दी से, मेरी कि तुम लोग सुनते ही नहीं हो, दुष्ट लोग हो।
Sir,
आपकी
today
थीम
your
अच्छी
story
थी।
was like logical fallacies.
हाँ हाँ, बता बता
I
बता।
have noted something
हाँ
like
हाँ बता।
एक एक करके तो नहीं छोड़ेगा सर वो. If he is a teacher,
हम्म,
he will not go one by one taking
एग्जैक्टली,
all the students to.
नोटेड।
और सेकेंड मैंने दो और बैकग्राउंड में बोट आई रिकॉग्नाइज,
ओके
तो आपने शायद उसे भी मेंशन कर सकते थे डैट.
ओके, या नोटेड। I
और
personally I
योर
personally feel that I
एज
did make
यूजुअल.
a good story on this one। ठीक है, क्योंकि जब मैं स्टोरी कर रहा था मैं कुछ और भी सोचने लगा था, तो ठीक है, आई कुड हैव मेड अ बेटर स्टोरी एंड नोटेड। हाँ अभी बताओ यार।
और सर मतलब आपने यूज किया वर्ड फेरी, मतलब बोट यूज नहीं किया। तो फेरी मतलब क्या होता है, फेरी बहुत बड़ा टाइप का बोट होता है, तो मतलब उसमें बहुत कुछ जाता है। तो फेरी थोड़ा सा मतलब वो तो खराब वर्ड तो हो गया, छोटा वर्ड होता तो अच्छा होता।
आई थिंक फेरी इज एक्चुअली, फेरी एक वर्ब भी होता है कि फेरी करके ले जाना, इधर से उधर कनेक्ट करना, तो आई थॉट लाइक दैट।
हाँ, या
हाँ, तो उसमें भी देख
हाँ,
सकते।
आई थॉट द सेम वे।
Yes, you can. Yes, you can use ferry as a small boat also.
तो फेरी मतलब आप उधर भी देखोगे ऐसे, वाराणसी साइड एंड ऑल दैट, तो वहाँ पे इसको फेरी ही बोलते हैं ना, इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग।
Yes.
ठीक है,
या
फेरी बोट बोल देते हैं उसको, तो आई गेस उसमें, बट ठीक है, आई गेट व्हाट यू आर ट्राइंग टू से। ठीक है, एनीथिंग एल्स? चलो ठीक है।
Sir, I have sent you something on
सर,
WhatsApp.
एक डाउट था।
एक सेकंड रुकना यार, मेरे पापा भी डाउट